Okay, so I got a fun story for y'all. And yes, as the title implies, it is a Superman review with the VTuber model of Subaru, or Alcor to be more precise. But let me just say this. First of all, I didn't plan to do this because I had actually forgotten when the Superman movie was going to come out. So I got really lucky that I was able to see, oh, it comes out like today, because you know it comes out one day before like the actual date they say. So I told my family, let's go watch it, because we were kind of excited to see it, and you know what, it delivered. This is one of the rare times I will say it is a 10 out of 10. Yes, I'm gonna say it right now, it is a 10 out of 10. And I'll tell you why. It's because, honestly, the story of Superman, at least in this one, they didn't retread the whole, oh, let's see Krypto get blown to the ever-living hell again. Superman gets sent back, or not sent back, sent to Earth for like the millionth time. They basically just made it clear what are the important factors, which is superhumans, or the metas, like coming out, like being a part of things. So, you know, like stuff like the Flash, and others. Sorry, my brain kind of paused for a second. Like, you know, metahumans. They basically explain that Superman, like the timeline of where we're at, where Superman revealed himself within, like, I believe it was 3 weeks or 3 years. It explained a few things. He stopped the war, which is actually important for the plot of what's going on. And then it explains to us his actual first defeat. And seeing him kind of how the movie starts is pretty insane. Like, I'm not gonna kid you. That is a fun way to start a movie. But I'm not gonna just tell you the whole story. I'm just gonna give you the important details. Superman, actor did a good job. Like, really good job. Here, I'm gonna try to nod. This is me nodding. Or trying to. But yeah, I think the actor did a really amazing job of being not only Superman, but Clark Kent, and then Lois Lane. Amazing character. Lex Luthor, actor did a good job of making me actually hate him and want to punch his face. Like, no violence, you know, just the character, not the actor. Actor did really good, like really top tier. And if I may say, I hated all of his subordinates, how cocky they were and stuff, but you know, that's just villains being, well, cocky and all that shenanigans. And you know, the plot is basically Superman went to stop a war. So he went to a foreign nation and then obviously decided to do things without basically letting the American government know what he's up to. So this is still like probably early phases of Superman before like he's regarded as this amazing hero that everyone would trust. So I mean, he still is trusted by everyone, as we see in one of the bigger fights that's going on, that's supposed to be a distraction that Lex Luthor put in, that he saves everyone. Man, woman, children, even squirrels. Yes, I said it. He saves squirrels. And it was a funny scene. Now, for the side cast. Guy Gardner, I mean, I think this is the first time we've seen Guy Gardner in live action, I want to say. I am not 100% sure, but yeah. Dude, that was fun. Like, he is funny. Yeah, he's supposed to be the butt of the joke. Like, that is the point of Guy Gardner, but, I mean, damn. Dude really pulled it off. And not only that, Hawkgirl is fine, honestly. Honestly, I mean, the last time I remember Hawkgirl was it Black Adam? No, Black Adam had a Hawkeye. Oh, right, CW. The CW. Yes, I watched the CW. Will I do a review on the CW? Maybe not. Maybe on the Arrow, because I really did love the Arrow. But okay, sidetracking aside, we have him. Mr. Terrific is, well, terrific. I mean, no pun intended, but he was amazing. Like, dude had his own fight sequence, and he is, like, quite a fighter. He is not to be underestimated. He's super smart. I think he's, like, the top 3 smartest characters in DC. And, yeah, he can fight, and he could wreck your shit. But that's mainly with characters, and I definitely say even some other characters. I don't remember what this one character is called, but he's the one that helps Superman when he's like in a backed into a corner kind of thing and has like element abilities. I don't remember the name, but probably one of y'all will. But I mean, I was pretty sympathetic with him. Like, dude had his child basically hostage, and Lex Luthor is honestly a maniac. Dude creates pocket dimensions that can create black holes for Earth and basically screw over everyone on Earth. He traps people there. He trapped his ex there and essentially put them as like prisoners, unjust prisoners, by the way. And yeah, for the story, like I said, Superman goes to stop a war. Lex Luthor orchestrated all of those events to get an excuse to kill Superman because he is so envious of the Man of Steel. And yeah, like, yeah, I mean, some people wouldn't like the fact that Superman's just letting himself get his ass whooped, but there is an explanation they put. Lex Luthor, for I think he said years, basically was already observing how Superman fights. He already had like an eye on it, and it's basically showing that it's the brains versus the bronze. Brains being Lex Luthor, bronze being Superman. And then Krypto, dude, that dog is adorable. Like, I genuinely have fun whenever seeing the dog. It's just wholesome. And those robots from Superman's place. That was interesting. And then the whole thing with Superman's parents. Now, this is a big bombshell, but Superman's parents, well, the first message was, you know, the whole motivation of go to Earth, hopefully you, like, we care about you, we love you, you know, all the motivational stuff that made him Superman. And then the movie basically says that the second half that he never listened to is that his parents were actually expecting him to be the ruler of Earth and all this other stuff, which do I call cap? Just a little bit, but I want to make a note on something. Batman the Telltale series, they basically did something similar where Batman's whole crusade against crime basically went to shit the moment he realized that his parents were a part of the faction with Al Capone. Or was it Al Capone? No. It was with one of the crime bosses. Essentially that Thomas Wayne had done very shady things and had, well, he was a bad guy. Like, he did care for Bruce and all, but he was a bad guy. And the fact that we get this in this Superman movie, I was kind of shocked. Because that's kind of rare to really retroactively change something like that. But it doesn't weigh good in this case because the whole point is the lesson that Superman learns. Because this obviously shakes him so much, it does start to affect him, like, really big. Because now his whole motivational thing has kind of got thrown downhill for him. So we got his lowest point. And then his, like, adoptive father basically was able to give home the lesson that, I mean, parents, I mean, they guide us and all, but we make our own destiny with whatever we were taught, and we basically decide what we want to do. Like, it was one hell of a motivational kind of speech. And honestly, that lesson really does hit home for all of us humans, really. And I like the whole idea whenever Superman confronts Lex Luthor for the last time, because he's beaten him by this point. Basically says, like, he's as human as literally them. He wakes up, he literally doesn't know what to do with the day, which is kind of funny. He walks on 2 feet, he's basically doing everything he can to be a good person. And, I mean, the embodiment of a human. So, yeah, honestly, this Superman film was damn good. I gotta give it a 10 out of 10. The mid-credit scene, honestly, beautiful. Superman and Krypto just looking at Earth from the moon, amazing. Also, by the way, Supergirl just being there, being a menace is so funny. I can't help but laugh. Also, the fact that it's honestly funny how she's super different from, like, any other version of Supergirl I've seen. Like, this one is a party girl, and I mean, I don't remember a Supergirl that does that, but you know what? We're balling here. But that's the mid-credit scene. Post-credit scene is a funny interaction with Superman and Mr. Terrific, so it isn't like some big setup for the next movie. No, it's just some funny shenanigans related to the movie. Like, if I were to see the MVP of this movie, honestly, Superman. Like, dude is the embodiment of hope. And I like the fact that even though he lost it for a moment, the ones who really helped him get that hope back was the parents that basically raised them. And at the end of the movie, rather than listening to that message like in the beginning, he now at the end kind of looks at all the memories he had with his real parents, his adopted parents, because they're the ones that really raised him to being the man he is, well, you know, in the movie today. So, what do I give the score? Like I said at the beginning, 10 out of 10. And that's rare for me to give it because obviously I don't just give 10 out of 10s for no reason. Like, I really, really love this movie. I would honestly rewatch it again. Yeah, I'd probably go watch it again and spend more money on it. But honestly, yeah, I really enjoyed it. Oh, my family enjoyed it. My brother, Erebus0037 gave it a 9 out of 10, but my parents gave it a 10 out of 10. So you know what? That says a lot, I mean, at least for me. But honestly, I want to know what y'all thought of the movie, for those who watched it. Because, you know, I would be kind of surprised if you were able to pinpoint something from the movie if you haven't watched it. But overall, love the movie. Hope you, that's my review on the fact and all of the pieces I liked. Lex Luthor was a real menace. I like the idea of a super smart antagonist, how he completely did screw over Superman, and the way to beat him, I mean, it wasn't that he got beaten just a straightforward fight. Like, Lex Luthor still had some stuff to keep himself from being auto-beaten, because he would have lost if he had actually fought him without, like, the suit, because he hadn't made it yet at this point. Or I think I assume he will after this movie, but I think I like the fact that it was his hubris, it was him constantly underestimating Superman, because Krypto was essentially the key factor in Superman's victory, and he kind of played on the fact that Luthor thought he had the advantage. But honestly, gotta give it to Superman. He outwit Luthor, and Luthor was a real threat in this movie. So yeah, I'm pretty satisfied. So yeah, hope you all enjoyed the video. This is Green Warrior 291 in Alcor's VTuber model signing out. Peace.